Hello speakers. Today I am back with another video. Today I'm actually going to be giving you guys 11 tips for a job interview. So that job interview that you're going to, I'm going to give you 11 tips so that you are prepared for your interview, okay? Some of these you might use, some of these you already know, so hopefully I can be of help. This one I can already. So let's get right in from the top of my head. Tattoos. If you have tattoos, make sure that you cover up those tattoos, because most of the time the employers really don't want to see that type of stuff. They'll normally, if they plan to hire you, they'll normally even try to tell you, you know, you have to cover it up and you got to do this and you got to do that. So just to skip all the hassle and all of that and having to go through all your tattoos and stuff like that with them, just try to cover it up. Be professional when you go in there. Number 2 obviously is dress code. Okay, you want to definitely make sure that you are dressing appropriate for the job that you're going to interview for. It depends on the job, but what I would say, just to skip all of the hassle trying to figure out what to wear, just keep it professional, regardless if you're going to be a tattoo parlor, or if you're going to a tattoo, regardless if you're trying to be a tattoo artist and you feel like you can just wear anything and all of that. I would say just, you know, just keep it simple, just keep it professional. So try to dress with the neutrals. I normally go with black and white and those type of colors because they're more professional. I normally wouldn't do like anything bright. So just keep it professional. Number 3, you definitely want to make sure you take care of your nails, whether or not if you plan to polish them. If you plan to polish your nails, I would say just stick to black, or, you know, if you're going to the shop and you're getting your nails done, I would say just try to do French tips. What you also want to do, you want to make sure that your nails are clean. So if you're not going to polish them, which is completely fine, just make sure that they're clean, because guess what? You are going to be filling out tons of paperwork, or either you're going to have to be going through paperwork and you're going to be reading those paperwork. So just make sure that your nails are clean, because believe it or not, employers actually do look at that type of stuff. They look at the type of people that they're bringing into their work setting, if these people are clean, or, you know, especially too, one thing that you want to make sure, the reason why I say nails, because I used to work in retail. If you're trying to work in retail, make sure your nails are clean, because you are going to be doing face-to-face contact with a lot of the customers and stuff that come in, whether or not if you're trying to help them get stuff of hangers or whatever the case may be, or if they come in there and they want to know what type of nail polish they should use and things like that. If you want to, you know, show them your nails and what they look like, you want to make sure your nails are clean, right? That they're not even looking at dirty nails. So that's something that's really important, I feel. The one, you need to smile. You want to go in there smiling, right? You don't want to like go into a job interview where I'm so mad at the war right now. All this stuff is just happening to me and I'm just so upset. I'm just going to go in there angry. Yeah, hi. Yeah, my name is Jasmine. Yeah. Yeah. You know, smile, you know, if they ask you, you know, what's your name, and, you know, how long have you been working at this place and things like that. Make sure you're smiling. It's so easy, right? Just smile. Make them feel comfortable. You also want to make your employers, whoever's interviewing you, feel comfortable. You don't want to go in there looking all grumpy and all sad and things like that, because that kills the mood, okay? So smile. And honestly, too, the reason why I say smile, because if you're not smiling, that kind of shows the person who's interviewing you that it shows them the type of customer service that you're going to bring to this job. Well, I guess depending on the job. Some jobs you don't have to deal with customers and things like that. But if you're going to a job where you will be dealing with a lot of customers and things like that, employers look at that. You know, if you're not smiling, you seem to be just the type that is angry, they're going to look at that and they're going to think, you know, is this person probably not going to bring really great customer service to our work setting. You want to make sure that you're smiling, make them know that, you know, if customers come in or if you're dealing with customers, that you're a happy person and you're going to give great customer service. I'm not saying because you're going in there and you have a frown on your face that mean that you know, if you do get the job, you're going to be just grumpy and all that, but they don't know that. So, you know, just to cut all that short, just to cut a long story short, just simply smile, so that they know this person is a happy person. You know, they're cheerful, and they're gonna bring great customer service to this work setting. Okay. Another thing, you need to just be yourself. Don't go in there trying to be somebody that you're not. Don't try to fake it till you make it. I mean, I guess on certain things, but you know, things like, oh, you know, they ask you if you've had experience in this certain thing. You're like, yes, I've been doing it for so many years, when that's not the truth. And then you do get the job and they're telling you got to do this and you have no clue what you're doing, right? So you probably don't want to do that. Don't want to fake it like that, okay? Definitely be yourself. Be natural. Just be who you are. And if that job is meant for you, you're going to get it. So just be yourself, relax, and just be calm. If it's meant to be, it'll be. You want to bring your resume with you, okay? Definitely bring your resume with you, and not a resume that you made like 3 years ago where it had like your current stuff on there 3 years ago. Make sure that the resume that you take in with you that you're planning on giving the employer is an updated resume. You don't want to, because within 3 years you've probably already worked at different places and things like that. Hey, you might even have some new references that you didn't even put on that resume that you made 3 years ago. So make sure whatever resume that you take in, that it is an updated resume, so that they know everything that they need to know about you and they can contact all of the right people. Because the resume that you may have had 3 years ago that had your references on there, those people may not still be your references, or their phone numbers may have changed. So it's been 3 years. So make sure your resume is updated. And the reason too why I say bring a resume with you, because employers just like to have that resume right in front of them, so they can pretty much just kind of look through it, and then they'll be like, oh, so you worked here, huh? And then you can just go through that with them, instead of you having to literally, tell them, yes, I did this. They will already have the resume right in front of them, and they can just kind of read off of it, and you guys can go from there. Another thing, I know it sucks that I'm saying this. I hate to say this, being that I'm a parent, it sucks. But if you have kids or a kid, don't talk about your children at interviews, for the simple fact that I believe that employers feel that if you have children, you're going to be missing work quite often, because you just never know when your child or your children are going to get sick, right? So employers look for that. They're like, should we hire this person who has a child or children? Her chances of, being excused and all the time is going to be pretty high. She's going to have to tend to her kids because she has kids. As parents, that's the truth, right? But that's not always the case. So we just want to be careful. We don't want to go in there just, of course we love our children and we want to talk about them. But this is an interview for us. We're trying to make that money. Let's not talk about our kids in this time. Another thing you want to do, I know I keep saying another. How many others have I said? Another thing that you want to do, you want to make sure that you keep direct eye contact with the whoever's interviewing you. Don't, when they're talking, you don't be looking down to the side, answering the questions, looking straight down, or looking at your clothes, sitting with your clothes. I know I have a lot of what you call is on my sweater. Don't be looking down at your sweater, looking up in the sky, looking behind you. Make sure that you're keeping direct contact with them. If they ask you a question, you're looking at them face to face and you're keeping an eye contact with them. Just basic courtesy, common courtesy. So just look them in the eye. Be respectful. Say that you need to make sure that you know about the job that you're interviewing for. You don't want to go in there and they're like, oh, so hey, Miss Jasmine, do you know anything about what we do here? And I'm just like, oh, well, no. That doesn't look really good. You want to make sure that you know about the job that you're interviewing for. When they ask you, you can say, yeah, I know this. And if you don't know things, if you don't mention the things that you should know or whatever, they can go ahead and they can explain those things to you. But make sure that you know something about the job that you're interviewing for, right? You don't want to go in there and you're all clueless, okay? Another thing. Make sure that you are prepared, right? Make sure that you are prepared and you just have everything that it is that you need to have when you're going into that job. You do a checklist and you are completely prepared to go. Okay? So your nails, your clothes and just all that stuff. Make sure that you are completely prepared. Do a checklist. Make a checklist. Maybe like the day before. Make sure that you have everything that it is that you need to have. And you will be on your way to go. So how do you guys like my hair? I kind of changed it up a little bit today. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned and watching this video. Just trying to help you guys with interviews, whatever interview that you're going on. I hope that I was able to be some kind of help to you. And I will see you guys in my next video, speakers. Thanks so much for watching.